Now imagine this. You're driving down a quiet trail somewhere in the middle of the wilderness, dust rising behind you, the early morning sun hitting the mountains in the distance, and suddenly, emerging out of the haze, you see something different, something bold, something that looks like it was built to challenge the rules of off-roading. A boxy silhouette, military-inspired stance, LED lights slicing through the dust, and a face that screams capability. This is the all-new 2026 Kia Retona 4x4. And today on Power Ride, we're not just reviewing this machine, we're tearing it apart from the inside out, exploring why it's becoming one of the most talked about off-road releases of the upcoming year. But before we dive in, if you're the kind of person who loves staying ahead of the automotive world, if you enjoy reviews that get straight to the truth and break down cars in a way big brands hate, then smash that like button right now, drop a comment telling us where you're watching from, and hit that subscribe button because here on Power Ride we deliver raw, honest, powerful reviews every single week. And trust me, what you're about to hear today is going to blow your expectations wide open. Now let's talk about this beast. The 2026 Kia Retona 4x4 isn't just a car, it's a resurrection. It's a modern-day rebirth of Kia's older military-style Retona from the 90s, but evolved into something that finally competes in the world of rugged utility vehicles dominated by Jeep, Suzuki, and even the budget-friendly Chinese 4x4 segment. The first thing that hits you is the design, and I don't mean in a subtle way. No, this design slaps you across the face and tells you, I'm here to work. Those straight body lines, those squared-off edges, the aggressive stance, the thick bumpers, the bold front grille. It's a throwback to classic off-road DNA, but sharpened with modern styling to make it look relevant in 2026 instead of a relic. The lighting setup is fully LED, but it keeps that retro military character. And the fenders, wide, pronounced, ready to swallow mud, rocks, or whatever the trail throws at you. Walking around the rear, you get that classic utility box feel. Rugged taillights, a high departure angle, and a rear bumper designed to take impact. Everything about the exterior suggests purpose, not posing. This is not a mall crawler. This is not a show-off machine. This is built for people who genuinely go places, who love trails, who love camping, who love pushing machines into environments where normal SUVs tap out. But none of that means anything if the interior can't support real-world use, and that's where things get even more interesting. Because Kia didn't cheap out. They didn't make it super luxurious either. Instead, they found a middle ground. The 2026 Retona interior is functional, tough, but surprisingly comfortable. You get a large touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, durable seating materials that can survive mud, sand, and heat, strong air conditioning that can handle harsh climates, and a layout that puts everything right where the driver needs it. The cabin is upright, open, and practical, exactly what you want from a proper off-roader. But let's talk performance, because this is where people are already arguing online. The Retona comes with a 2.4L or 2.5L four-cylinder gas engine, depending on market, pushing respectable horsepower figures for its size. It's not a rocket ship, and it's not trying to be. What it is dependable. Built for torque. Built for low-range climbing. Built for durability. Built to take abuse and not complain. It features a real 4WD system, not an AWD disguised as 4x4. You get proper high and low range modes, mechanical grip, tough suspension tuning, and body construction ready for unpredictable terrain. On the road, yes, it's not going to feel like a luxury crossover. It's stiffer, more direct, more mechanical, but that's exactly what people who buy 4x4s actually want. And off-road, this thing transforms. The approach angle is excellent, the tires grip, the torque pulls confidently, and the suspension articulation is surprisingly good for this category. You feel the capability under you the moment you hit uneven ground. It's the kind of vehicle that makes you want to leave the paved road just because you can. Now let's talk speed, because yes, people still ask. The 2026 Retona does 0 to 60 mph in roughly the mid 9-second range, depending on the exact configuration. And sure, that's not going to win drag races, but it will get you to the top of a trail long before those faster SUVs running street tires even dare to try. This thing wasn't born for the racetrack. It was born for the ridge line. It was born for the desert. It was born for mud. It was born for people who understand that driving is about adventure, not numbers. But now, the big question. The question that breaks or makes a new 4x4 release, the price. And this is the part that shocked me. Because people assumed Kia would push this into the high-priced Jeep territory. Others assumed it would be a budget toy with underwhelming specs. But the truth, the expected price for the 2026 Kia Retona 4x4 is projected to land around $23,000 to $29,000 USD** depending on trim. That is insane value for a real 4WD machine in 2026. In a world where everything is getting more expensive, Kia decided to flip the table. And let me tell you, this price puts the Retona directly against Suzuki Jimny, Toyota Rush, some Chinese 4x4s, and even older Jeep models, and in many ways, it beats them by simply offering more capability for the money. This price reveal alone is going to shake the segment. But what makes the Retona even more attractive is its personality. This car has an identity. It doesn't try to be a luxury SUV. It doesn't try to be a family crossover. It doesn't try to be futuristic. Instead, it confidently embraces what it is: a boxy, tough, ready-for-war off-roader with modern comfort and reliability. And honestly, that identity is exactly what the market has been missing. Everything today looks the same. Everything is rounded, aerodynamic, soft. The Retona is the opposite. It's unapologetically sharp. It's unapologetically old school. It's unapologetically built for people who still believe in real driving. Imagine yourself climbing into it, hands on that squared-off steering wheel, windshield upright like a proper off-roader, the engine rumbling, the gear lever waiting for you to drop it into low range. This thing gives you memories before you even start the engine. And that's rare. Very rare. The more you drive it, the more it tells you, let's go somewhere new. And that's exactly what off-roaders are meant to feel like. Now, let's be honest, it's not perfect. It's not meant to compete with high-end luxury SUVs. It's not meant to challenge high-horsepower trucks. But in its class, it is an absolute threat. A machine that can take abuse, keep going, and look damn good while doing it. And that alone makes the 2026 Kia Retona one of the most exciting vehicles coming next year. But before we keep diving deeper, if you still haven't liked this video yet, pause for a second, hit like, comment, RET0NA mode activated, if you're watching to this point, and subscribe to Power Ride because we're bringing you full, raw reviews of every upcoming car that matters. No sugarcoating, no marketing speech, just truth, passion, and power. And trust me, what's coming next on the channel, you do not want to miss. Now, back to the Retona. One of the greatest strengths of this vehicle is its simplicity. Modern vehicles are drowning in unnecessary tech, sensors, and systems that fail the moment you leave the city. The Retona keeps things intentionally straightforward. Durable mechanical components, fewer failure points, real-world usability, the kind of build philosophy that makes vehicles last 15 to 20 years in tough terrain. And that alone is going to attract thousands of buyers who want something that can survive, not something that just looks pretty. And the fuel economy, reasonable for its class, not groundbreaking, but absolutely manageable. And because the engine isn't overstressed or overloaded with unnecessary turbo tech, it's likely to be far more reliable. And this reliability factor is one of its biggest secret weapons. The driving position is upright and commanding, giving you excellent visibility. The door panels are simple and durable. The dashboard is clean and practical. Everything feels like it was built to be used, not admired. And for an off-roader, that's exactly what you want. You want something you can wash out, use hard, push, climb, crawl, and explore with, without worrying that a piece of sensitive tech will fail. And that's where the Retona stands out very clearly compared to its competitors. It's not trying to be the fanciest. It's trying to be the most dependable. And in the off-road world, that matters more than anything else. So here's the verdict, and yes, this is the part you want to hear. The 2026 Kia Retona 4x4 is shaping up to be one of the best value off-road vehicles entering the market. Rugged exterior. Absolutely. Functional but comfortable interior. Yes. Real 4WD with low range. Yes. Affordable price. Definitely. Enough speed and torque for real off-roading. Without a doubt. Personality. Tons of it. This is a vehicle that understands its mission and executes it perfectly. And I can confidently say this, when it officially hits the market, a lot of people are going to switch to this thing. The hype is real, and for once, the hype is justified. And with that said, If you enjoyed this deep, no-nonsense review, hit that like button, subscribe to Power Ride, comment your thoughts below, and stay tuned, because the adventure is just getting started.